well, I got to shout out DoseOfDion, man, because it was actually the first time I went live on YouTube. And, guys don't know DoseOfDion. He put out a lot of good content for the Detroit Lions.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're back with another film video. And today, we're looking at the Lions' newest running back, Jamaal Williams. Now, you're thinking, why are you wearing the headset? Well, I was listening to music, but I decided not to take them off because they're comfy. They're actually very comfy, but sometimes they get kind of heavy. And it's like, okay, I got to take these off. I bought these yesterday, by the way. Look at this. Are you kidding me? Come on, man. Dude. All right, let's try this. Hi. I'm not sure what I'm doing. What am I doing? All right. Today, we're taking a look at the Lions' newest running back, Jamaal Williams, who they signed yesterday to a 2-year, $7.5 million deal. And y'all know I was hyped because I just wanted another running back. I wanted another running back so bad. I needed someone to pair with DeAndre Swift. The Lions needed someone to pair with DeAndre Swift. And this staff seemingly knows that. They understood that. And they went out and they grabbed Jamaal Williams from the Green Bay Packers. And today I decided I got to dive into this guy's film. I've watched him before because I was going to make a free agent running back video. But I didn't watch him as much as I did today. I probably watched about 2 or 3 games before. Today I watched a lot of the season. Okay, games when he was the number 1 and games when he was the backup. And let me just say, this dude's good. This dude's good. And I think he fills out a lot what the Lions need. Now, we're going to talk about the good. We're also going to talk about the bad. Okay, I have to do that, right? We have to look at both sides. Coming in at 6 foot, 213 pounds. He's clearly not the biggest running back, okay? He's not the biggest, most physical running back out there. So that's not what the Lions got here in Jamaal Williams. But don't let that fool you, all right? Don't let that make you think, well, he's not going to run between tackles. That's kind of all he does. He's not going to blow you away with his acceleration, his burst, his top-end speed. He's not going to blow you away with athleticism. But what you will love, his vision. Oh my goodness. This guy sees the hole so well. He's always got his head up and he's quick to react. He makes a decision and he goes. There's no second guessing himself. He runs very, very hard for his size. He's trustworthy as heck. 3rd and short, 4th down, they give him the ball. They gave this dude the ball. At 6 foot 213, you need a couple yards. He got the football. He's a great receiving threat. 3 drops in the last 3 seasons. Last season, 35 targets, 31 receptions. Somehow, PFF had the audacity to give this guy like a 60 PFF grade. But you want to talk about PFF for a second? Let's do this, okay? Running grades for the Lions running backs. DeAndre Swift last season was given a 69.4. Very good grade. Swift was really good. We talked about it. Swift was clearly on another level. So what if we get someone to pair with him that's also a really good runner? Well, Kerryon Johnson was given a 61.1. Okay, again, higher number is better. I just want to put this into your perspective for a second. Adrian Peterson was given a 60.8. That's just the rushing grade. Last season, Jamaal Williams was given a 78. What? Okay, guys, you guys are going to like this. Now, again, it's not a big highlight tape, right? This is just the good plays and the bad plays. He's not someone that's going to juke out 50 guys in a play. He's not going to be running through tacklers consistently. He only has 5 broken tackles each of the last 3 seasons. But he's just really good vision, sees the hole, he runs super hard, and he just gets the yards that are there. That's the thing. All right, we've had vision problems in the past with some of our running backs. I think Peterson could see everything. He was just too slow. All right, Jamaal, a little bit younger, way younger, born in 1995. He's much younger as a running back. He's got a lot left in the tank. Adrian Peterson, not as much. I think you can see everything, but not as much. And Kerryon just needs some work. Kerryon needs someone to help him out, and hopefully Deuce can give him that. But for now, having a number 2 running back like Jamaal will be great. And he can push. He's going to push. He's going to push Swift, because when he got an opportunity, my favorite part is when he got an opportunity with Aaron Jones not playing, and he had to be the number 1 back, nothing faltered. The offense still was successful. It was, I think, the 2 games that he actually started, it was 4.1 yards per carry and 4.7 yards per carry. In the 3 games where he got his most carries, versus Houston, not a very good run defense, 19 carries for 77 yards. Minnesota, 16 carries for 75 yards. And Chicago, 17 carries for 73 yards. But we're going to start off with this film against the Detroit Lions. Now, if you're wondering why you probably already knew who Jamaal Williams was, but you didn't watch the Packers a lot, it's probably because he played us last season. And let's just say in a few snaps, in our first time playing them week 2, he kind of went off on us. But I guess that's not a huge accomplishment. Kind of everybody did. But let's start off with it, man. Let's just get into this thing. So you're going to see some cutbacks here. You're going to see his ability to just read the defense, to find the holes. And we're just going to start off just like that. Just that simple. Again, these are slowed down. That way we can see it all. One thing that you'll notice about him is he almost always makes the first guy miss. Now, once they get their arms on him, that's an issue. But he almost always makes the first guy miss on a run play. So here's Trey Flowers. Flowers does a great job of shedding the block. Now, let me also say this. I'm sorry I'm talking a lot, but they had a lot of stretch schemes. He's going to be a scheme fit for the Detroit Lions. He really will, just because of what I've seen, what the Rams did in the past, and how they use golf, play action bootlegs, play action stretch running plays. He's involved in all of that, but he also can run between the tackles at such a high level because he just sees everything. He can't run between the tackles because he's 250 and he runs over everybody. He runs well between the tackles because he sees everything. He knows where to go. He sets up linebackers before he even gets to the line of scrimmage, and he's just so decisive. I do like what they have going over there in the Packers running back field before Jamaal left with Aaron Jones, obviously. I mean, their top back. I think Swift's clearly our top back. He's going to be a beast. And then they had Jamaal Williams. Now we have Jamaal, great backup. And then they have A.J. Dillon. I kind of like the big power back for a couple of situations, but this guy can honestly act as a power back for now, and we're going to see that. So here we go. Let's take a look, man. We got a stretch play here. Trey Flowers, great job. Look at them just, man, Flowers can be a beast. But watch it. Make the first guy miss, right? He sees it. He's just so quick to react. His reaction speed is awesome. Watch it. Boom. Just react. Makes another juke there, cuts upfield, and now he's off to the races. Now, he's not going to blow you away with this top-end speed. If you get caught from behind by Jelani Tavai, you're not blowing anybody away with your top-end speed. I'm just now, I know he's not running all the way, but I'm just saying, okay? If you ain't outrunning Tavai, you're not super fast, but that's okay. He did run a 4.59 coming out of college, I believe, but he's still not, doesn't have that acceleration, doesn't have that burst, doesn't have that top-end speed. But that's okay. He can't rely on that. He can't rely on running through people consistently. He has to be able to find the holes and distinguish where to go, and that's what you'll see in his game. Here's one inside. Again, he kind of went off against the Lions here. Boom, quick, decisive, cuts back to right side. I don't know where our defense is, so don't ask me, okay? I don't know. What is this? I'm sorry. It was pretty bad to start the year, okay? But once he gets downhill, he kind of reminds me of Trey Sermon. So he's not going to run through guys early in the play, but if you get him going downhill, he does run hard. And since he runs hard, if you get him going downhill, he can lay a little bit of a thump. You know, he can knock you back off your feet a little bit. Kind of reminds me of Trey Sermon near the end of the year for the Buckeyes. If you watch Trey Sermon, he was kind of like that. You got him going downhill, he could be kind of tough to bring down. So I thought I would, I thought I'd just show that. Also, I got to say this: he is their best pass blocker. Okay. Deuce Staley, if you can't block for me, you can't play. He's their best pass blocker. So, again, checks that box as well. So, that's just great. But, again, keeping his head up here, right, he sees everything. Really decisive. He goes right to the cutback. But watch. Oh, my gosh, it's beautiful. See, a lot of running backs here would just probably continue going the same way. Look, he makes his first cut, right? He knows where he wants to go. Now, he could have continued to go that way. But watch how he sets up Jared Davis. A lot of running backs, some of our guys probably just ran right into the back of the offensive line. Look how he starts one way, moves Carrion out of the way, boom. Now, I mean, this is like, come on, man. These quick cuts, I just love it. I just wanted a running back. And then this, boom, get right back at it. Jared is completely out of the play, and he's off to the races again, going downhill. He can be a little bit of a tank downhill. And he obviously brings all the energy, celebration. I mean, he's got the energy. Now, I was looking because Saints game was a rough game statistically for him, and I was like, why did that happen? Well, the thing is we don't get a lot of carries. You know, for a running back, you can be like that. You get like 1 yard, 2 yard, and then break one for 30. It's like, oh, wow, he's averaged a lot. Well, this game, not so much. He only had like 8 carries, but things like this were happening. Now, he'll take that hit and get back up, though. I mean, you don't got to worry about it. He had 0 fumbles his entire career. Knock on wood, he hasn't fumbled the ball one time, and he didn't. I don't think he missed a game last season, but things like this were happening. And this is like, okay, well, hey, maybe, you know, he should bounce outside on this one. But if you think about it, like, I mean, maybe, you know, he doesn't actually bounce outside that much. Sometimes you'd actually like to see him do it a little bit more, try to be a little creative with it. But, I mean, where he's getting the football, I mean, what are you going to do with this, right? The play's done. So, I don't know. There's not much he can do with that one. 3rd and 5. So, you're telling me you got this dude named Aaron Rodgers, and you're going to run the football on 3rd and 5? What? Yeah, they trust him all to do that. Now, he didn't get the first, but the trust level's there. So they're going to pull a guard. And watch him. He follows his blocker so well, too. He's going to foul 74, picks up the block, works his way outside. Okay, first guy misses. And he's going to run hard like, boom. Hey, he's going to try to, and he reaches out, doesn't get the first. But the trust is there. You hand the ball off to a backup running back on 3rd and 5. There's clearly a trust level that you have in that guy that he's going to do whatever he can to get that first down. Unfortunately, he just didn't get it there. But it's actually kind of fortunate because he's a Packer. But at that time, it's Packer. Now he's lying. I hope he gets that. Now, as a receiving threat, really good as well. All right? Swift might be better, but because he's more dynamic. See, Swift is that outside back for us. Swift is the guy that you get to the outside and he's going. Like, Swift, you don't want to see this guy in space. Not as much for Jamaal. He just has really good vision and he follows his blockers really well. He's not going to like break you down in space. He's not going to outrun you. I mean, Swift doesn't have the top end, second level like Chuba Hubbard, but he's faster than Jamaal. He's more of the outside guy. If you give him the outside, he's more of a threat. Not as much Jamaal, but he does a really good job of, again, just staying behind his blockers, kind of seeing everything, quick cuts, stopping on a dime. Here you go out to screen, boop, makes the first guy miss, then make the second guy miss, juke back inside again, and he's just fighting it forward. He just runs very hard. And this is my favorite play I thought from him catching the ball. I know there was more, but just the one I saw today, you're going to give him on a deep wheel route. This is not an easy play for running back. I know he's open, but this is still tough, right? He's got to adjust his speed. He has to go up, make this grab, knowing the defender is going to be there, and he comes down with the football. That's big. He's a really nice receiving threat, so he gives you a little bit of both worlds there, right? This one doesn't get the touchdown, but they trust him. They need a yard. Who do they go to? They go to Jamaal. He's 213 pounds, and you're going to hand the ball up the gut? Are you kidding me? Yeah, that's what they're going to do, right? Not even a fullback to lead the way. You don't see him get it, but the play is blown up, and you're going to see the effort he gives to just get back to the scrimmage, right? First guy's hit him, boom. Doesn't go down, though. Fights out of it, and he's reaching, he's trying, but he wasn't able to get it. But again, it's the fact that they would use him in those situations, and I think the heart is there. You know he's going to get smacked. He knows he's going to get smacked when he gets the handoff, but he's going to fight. He's going to get back up, and you'll see one later where he gets absolutely just demolished. But he got the first down because at the end of the day, you got to give me that first down, right? That's why you're out there. I need you to give me the first down. We're going to get another screen out of the backfield. A lot of screens for the Packers. This was a 3rd and long. You can just see how he follows his blockers, right? Sets up everything, just follows them. Not making a ton of guys miss in space. You're not going to see him run through arm tackles that often unless he's going downhill. He might knock you off your feet and get a couple extra yards. But the guy's not running through tackles, especially early in the play. If you get him anywhere, really, if you can grab onto him as defensive lineman, the guy's probably getting thrown down. Here we go. Boom. All right, he doesn't continue. He sees the defensive line pops out, so he cuts back to the right side. That was again, just the example of, like I was just saying, the guy's not going to run through, tons aren't. Like, this is a tackle that, some players can run through that. He's not consistently running through that. Sometimes he'll flash you, but not consistently. Again, this is kind of showing that he doesn't have necessarily that top end, that second gear burst. I thought I'd show that. Really nice job of seeing the hole open, wide open. I mean, it was wide open, but he saw it. He didn't just run into nowhere. I mean, he could have still messed this up. You could definitely you could mess this up and run right into your blocker. We've seen our guys do that. But no, I mean, he views it, he sees the hole, and he takes off, bursts through that gap. But you're going to see there's not that top end speed. But since he's going downhill, he can be a little tough to bring down. He just doesn't have the poof, I'm gone. But again, it's okay. It's all right. Now, you can't have everything. You signed him for 2 years, $7.5 million. I think we got a heck of a deal here for what he can bring to the table. Now, it's a 3rd and 1. This is what I'm talking about. It's just trust, right? It's a 3rd and 1. You need me a yard. Who are you going to give it to? I'm giving it to this guy. I'm giving it to this 213-pound back that knows he's going to take the big hit. But here's the thing. I don't want you to be flashy here, right? I don't need you to give me 5 yards. I don't need you to try to bounce this. Just give me the game. Just give me the first down. Let's keep this drive alive. And that's what he does. You can rely on him to just get what's needed, right? What's necessary. All I need is a yard. Just go give me the first round. He runs really hard on this one. Watch how he picks up Danny Trevathan in the second level. Again, the vision though, right? And he puts his shoulder down. He tries to make a big hit. I said he runs hard. He just doesn't run through a lot of guys. He sees that Smith is going to fill this lane, so he decides to follow his blocker back, so he cuts back, again, setting up the linebackers, and then he's going to put his shoulder down, and, he's going to knock back Trevathan and pick up one more. See how his legs keep turning? His legs are always turning. Legs are always running. He's just not built like a big guy. This is not really where you want him that often. It's to the outside. I think they probably try to throw him off guard with this one. Just doesn't have that speed to just beat guys to the corner. You can clearly see that here. He's picked up by the defensive lineman. But the effort is why I put this in here. Okay, the fight to get back to line of scrimmage. This should be brought down right here. For a guy that's not super agile, not super strong, these should be brought down. But look at him. Look at the fight. Spin forward. I'm going to get a couple yards on this play. All right, he doesn't give up on the play. This is a play that exactly reminded me of Trey Sermon when we started watching him at Ohio State. Again, this is versus the Bears, though, so I absolutely love it. But going downhill, just fighting, just keeps running. Once he's going downhill, this guy just is like, I'm going. Like, I'm eating now. Like, he just starts to turn kind of like a train. It just takes a little bit to wind up. Makes the first guy miss, usually consistently, which is really nice. There you go. So he makes the arm tackle miss. Now we're against the Minnesota Vikings. He was the go-to guy against Minnesota. So you're not going to see a lot of big runs in this one, but you can just see he just finds the hole, he reads the hole, and he gets the job done. It's just that's all you need. That's what the Lions need, man. They need a guy that's going to hit the cutback lanes, that can see the field. I like this one. You got him line up at the top here. He's going to go on a route. The play's going to break down. He's going to, right here, he's trying to get open for Rodgers. He sees he's rolling out, so he cuts back. He gets in a position to catch the football, and he gets a couple of yards for him. So that's what a quarterback wants, right? Play breaks down, someone go get open. Someone find some space so I can get the ball to him. That's what he did there. This is one where I said hard. This is straight up just hard. You need a yard, all right? It's 4th and 1. He knows he's going to get smashed. But he doesn't say, well, maybe I should try to get to the outside. That way I don't get destroyed. No, I'm getting that yard. You asked me to play this role so I could get that yard. You didn't ask DJ to come in. You didn't say, I don't think Aaron Jones is playing. But you said, go get this yard. So I'm going to get this yard. I'm not trying to bounce it. I'm not even worried about that. There's no look to bounce. He just knows he needs to get this yard. He could try to bounce. He probably would have got caught by the safety. But look at this. All he needs is a yard, right? He gets it, boom, right there. And he knows he's going to get stood up. But he went down with his head, and he got the first down with the forward progress. And that's all you want there. Again, nice little cutback. Try to get to the outside here. He's showing off a little bit of speed. I don't know. It's the vision, right? Because it's just the vision to follow his blockers. He follows his blockers at a really high level. He's always using them right here. You see how he follows him into the cornerback to get up a couple of extra yards. So fast, or he's so strong, or he has 50 broken. No, he's just a good running back that sees everything. And that's why PFF gave him a 78 grade. Because that's what he does, man. He just sees everything. And that's what I need, right? I mean, this play's going to the left. You're sweeping the play to the left. But he's going to decide to cut back once he sees that hole open right there. Why stretch this to the outside? He knows his strengths. Okay, I see the hole. I'm going to take the hole. And he runs forward and he gets a couple more yards. Same thing here, right? Go upfield. No, I'm going to bounce it. All right? I'm going to bounce this. Because I could have just put my head down and try to run straight into him. But, hey, I see my blocker. He's leading the way. I'm going to cut back. I'm going to follow my blocker. And I'll pick up some extra yards. That's what Jamaal's going to add. And, again, look at that hit, though. Look at that hit, man. He's running with a little bit of steam right there. Bop. Okay, I'll stay. Oh, stop it. That's the thing, man. This is what the Lions need right here. This is a heck of a signing. It would be kind of cool to have like our own little A.J. Dillon, like our own little Ramondre Stevenson, something like that, but I'm just happy with this. I'm really happy that we have a number 2. Just a guy that sees everything and has great vision, knows where to go with the ball. I mean, just cuts back on a dime, so decisive. He just seems so comfortable, and he could take over to one role if your guy's not there, because there's a chance. I mean, running backs get hit a lot. You need guys sometimes to step up, and I don't want to be in that situation where if Swift can't play for whatever reason, COVID, whatever, I don't know what's going to happen next year, that I don't have a running back I can rely on. And that's what happened last year. We could not rely. Look at Carry-On's numbers. Look at AP's numbers in the games that Swift didn't play. Awful. I mean, it was bad. I mean, we got like no production from the backfield. You can't have that with Jared Goff. You don't think we can look? We didn't have a running game with Stafford. It was bad. Imagine not being able to run at all with Jared Goff. What do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen in those games? Right? We're going to look awful. You got to have a reliable running back as number 2. Not hopefully Carry-On can develop. Get someone you know can play the role, like Jamaal. Great signing. And if Carry-On develops, he develops. He takes role. He takes role. I hope he does. I love me some Carry-On. But you can't just go off of if. What if? Here's how. Here's what we got. Let's make it happen. We got him for 2 years, and I love it. I think his strengths are clearly he's able to run between tackles. He's a scheme fit. He can be a tremendous receiving threat. He's willing. He'll run anywhere. Got a lot of energy with him. Always runs very hard. He's a really nice number 2 back. And again, doesn't fumble. He does the things that you need of him, and he has extremely good vision, really good cutbacks, can stop on an absolute dime. And when he goes downhill, he can be really tough to bring down. When it comes to things that, maybe more weaknesses, I think there is a cap. There's athletic limitations to his game, of course. I mean, there's just only so much that he can do, speed-wise, breaking tackles, size-wise. But division's going to take you as far as you need to go. I mean, that's what it is. Okay, a running back needs to be able to see the holes, and he can do that, right? He can set up linebackers, he can do that. He can foul his blockers, he can do that. That's what you need as a running back. I mean, that's the most important thing. You could be the fastest guy in the world, but if you can't run the football, then I can't give you the ball. If you can't see anything and you're just running blindly into offensive linemen, I can't give you the football consistently. I've tried to look for in my running backs, and I know Jamaal can bring that to the table. I also think, of course, like I said, there's athletic limitations here. He's not going to break a ton of tackles. He's just not built like that to break a ton of tackles. The one knock on his game as a runner is probably that he can tend to run a little high sometimes. And I think, 6 foot's kind of tall for a running back. It's like that one position where you don't necessarily want to be tall, and that's kind of running back. Yeah, running backs, like they're kind of better when they're lower to the ground, lower center of gravity. And because he's kind of tall, you can find himself running kind of high, especially early in plays. And that, arm tackles, high tackles can bring him down. So not always the lowest runner. So I think that's one thing with the game that could potentially improve, but he's not short either. So it's not something that's going to be easy to improve upon necessarily. But a lot of his weaknesses are just physical things. It's physical, it's athletically. It's not necessarily him playing on the field, because when you watch him play, you're excited. You are excited to watch him play. But really, there's no red flags or anything. There's no red flags in fumbling. They're just not there. He's just a good running back that is a really strong number 2 that I'm absolutely happy we brought in. But let me know your thoughts, comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'm out.